Bonjour, hello, welcome to another video, Mac's Mountain World. Today I'm visiting a little natural phenomenon called the Demoiselles Coiffées, ladies with hairdos. I'll explain more en route. Okay, Demoiselles Coiffées. Okay, it's a bit of a wander up this little rocky path. Quite quaint and original, with resting places, although it's not really too much of a strain to get up here. Beautiful part of the world, and fairly quiet at this time of year. Tend to find very popular with the tourists on season in the summer, so I managed to pick a time where it's fairly quiet, although to do the intro I did have to wait about 20 minutes until there was no motorbikes flying past. As is usual in the Alps, the road here is pretty excellent. Okay, let's continue. Not only benches, but there's actual guidance tables and things that tell you exactly what it's all about. Merci. Not entirely alone, but yeah, the tables like a tableau orientation that explain exactly what is what. And then after a little break, continue. At an altitude of 1040 meters, they're also known as capped earth pillars, or in other parts of the world they're known as hoodoos. They're not that common all over the world, but there's a few places that they are, and the Alps, the Southern Alps in particular, is one place. They're generally speaking caused by a rock or a particularly thick undergrowth of roots and things settled on very soft tundra underneath, which melts away but is protected by whatever's on top. So here we have one with a huge rock on top, and yeah, another one there, particularly large. And just to zoom back out again and give the real effect of the size of these things, they're pretty huge and pretty spectacular. Beautiful things. Okay, let's continue up the rocky path. Quite a few more up here. There's quite a few dotted around here. The location of this place is only about 30-40 minutes from Chez Mac's, and there's quite a few dotted around here. The ones that I've seen, these ones are the most spectacular. There's other ones that are taller and smaller, but really you don't get much better than this lot. Okay, another resting point for information. So another view of the same one, or two. That's the second one. You can just make out the first one through the trees here. Let's see if I can find it on the zoom. There we go. Quite thick, small trees about here. Here's the next one. Goodness knows how that stays up there, but it does. Occasionally do fall down. These tend to establish themselves apparently in the space of about 300 years. And there is one that I'm going to come across in a minute that did fall down a couple of decades ago. So we'll continue and let's get up close. And up the rocky path again. Just come up and we find ourselves with a couple of ex-demoiselles. These ones tumbled, as I say, a couple of decades ago. Alright, the rocky path again, here we go. And as we come up the rocky path, we have another ex-demoiselle, particularly large one. The size of that is about, maybe about 5-6 meters by 3 or 4 meters by 3 or 4 meters. It's pretty big. Okay, onward and upward. As we go up the rocky path, here's another X, as it were. I think this one's a bit more than a couple of decades old, but it's going up. As we arrive at the next resting point with information. Information. That's the third one that we saw. And a whole lot more. Now, let's just scan around. These ones are done on rocks. You can see there's one up there that has been formed underneath the roots of a huge bush. Massive. And that one's fairly young, it's not that tall. Another rocky one. Now let's have a wee look at these guys. How does that stay upright? Over decades of violent storms that we get here in the Alps. Really incredible. Another little one forming there. Okay. It's time to get close again, which means a return to the rocky path. I think we're supposed to stop here, but the line of rocks never held a max back. Okay, so continue up the rocky and leafy path. And take it this is some kind of river when the weather's bad. Whoa. Difficult to see the footsteps. Footing. See the footing, man. It's all covered in leaves. I had my brother visiting here about this time last year. He had a bit of a tumble. Presumably the same reason. Couldn't really see where the footing was. Wow, bit of a climb. Okay, let's get right under. Wow, there's lots of them. Jeepers. I don't know if that's where one used to be. Nice little hole. And the biggest one. Wow, that's massive. Just from here as well, I can take a little look at the view. Ain't that something? Wow, beautiful. Lac Serre-Poncon. Bit empty just now, but what a view. It's a little sweep round. This is where I just came from, up this little path here, and I just noticed we got ourselves another one. Wow, beautiful. Right, let's be a bit naughty and go up the side here, see what's there. I'm going to put the camera away because I'm going to have all four limbs available for this one. Well, made it up there. Quite interesting to see the sides of these as well. Whoa, right underneath. I'm just coming up to the ridge that these are based on. Oops. Bit of a climb. Woo! Wow! And presented with this. As you can see, the lake is pretty empty, awaiting the melt of snow after winter. And down here we have the bay, Saint-Michel, Ile Island, Saint-Michel, and the Chapelle Saint-Michel, which is built on an island, but at this point in time, the lake being so empty, it's an isthmus. This is the underside of the one with the huge bush on top and all the roots. Quite easy to see how this has been formed. You see the roots don't run away, all the stuff around them did. So back down to the lake, and just behind the lake you can see some more in their formation. And if we look up the ridge, here's one that's passed on. You can see the peaks on these three up here. They're obviously more exposed to the weather, so they don't get so long, high, and they don't tend to last so long. So therefore, that happens. Far beyond is Mount Columbus. You can actually take a car up to the top there, and the views up there are pretty excellent as well. I don't know what altitude it is, but I'll look it up, and then we'll be heading back down to the car. Now, climbing down a mountain is more dangerous than climbing up, so I'm going to put the camera away and again keep all four limbs available for the descent. Just went back down again. It's a beautiful part of the world. Places like this are just awe-inspiring, and sorry to keep looking away, but really have to watch the footing here. Yeah, it's places like this that have inspired me to do this channel, Mac's Mountain World. Really lovely thing, lovely place, lovely situations, and lovely people, and just an environment that until I came here I never really envisaged finding so much stuff, especially off season. I always thought the Alps was just a place where people went skiing, but alas no, it's not. It's a place with so many treasures, hidden treasures and all sorts. Really fantastic place. So that was the Demoiselles Coiffées. Okay, let's go see what this road's all about.